let us welcome Western Michigan University. Katie and Ashley, I've made you both co-hosts so that you can screen share if you need to. Thanks, Western Michigan, for being here. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Awesome, thank you. I will be screen sharing, so let me know if you can see this. Ashley and I are going to be presenting about social media at Western Michigan University. So we're going to start off with some introductions with you. So obviously, my name is Katie Davis. I am the current Vice President of WMU's chapter here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I am an exercise science major with the path going towards chiropractic. So next year after I graduate, I will be beginning grad school for that. Then I'll give it to Ashley so that she can give her intro.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm the Public Relations Officer for our ALD chapter at WMU. I have a student planned major, so that means I take whatever classes that I feel like, but I study mostly biology and public health classes, and I'm hoping to do that to get an MPH in epidemiology in the future.
Awesome, so to begin, follow us, everybody. If you guys want to take, a screenshot of this or take out your phone, take a picture of our social media handles. So our Instagram is WMUALD. Our Twitter is the same exact thing. Our Facebook is WMU Alpha Lambda Delta. So by following our social media, you can help our chapter up its social media game by looking at examples of the posts that we make and how we relay the information onto our members. And everybody likes followers, am I right? All right, so next I'm going to talk about how we choose what to actually post on our social media. So anything that gets sent out in emails gets posted just because we have a very large community of members. We have just over 2,000 members here at Western. So there is a glitch in our system and some members end up not receiving the emails. And so we have found out over the years that it is just so incredibly important to post whatever we send out in an email, whether it be a volunteer opportunity, if office hours get canceled, inductions coming up, just things like that, whatever information needs to be sent out. We also make a creative post at the same time so that our members, whoever follows us, can see that immediately and they get the same opportunity, volunteer on campus, off campus, whatever it may be. We also choose, it gives other opportunities for our members to get involved at Western within our community. So we post about all the volunteering that we have, whether it be, we do Adopt a Family every year for Christmas, just to do things like that. We also have worked with the student government here on campus for voting. We post about, we got this last year was the election, obviously, and so voting was a big thing. Our members would get points for that and things like that. We also post about office hours because that changes every semester based on our e-board's availability. We also do meet the executive board posts. So every year we usually get people graduate, things like that. And so we get new executive board members, and we always like to have our members, get to know us personally so that when they come in to talk to us or things like that, they're not afraid to reach out to us. They get to know us a little bit more personally. And then lastly, we always post ALD Tuesday pictures. That is a tradition here at Western that we will talk a little bit about later.
So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how we make some of our content. As the current public relations officer, I almost exclusively use Canva to make everything. And I've been working with Canva for almost 2 years now because I had a social media position with the university for work. So what I can say is that it can be a little daunting at first, especially with all the endless amounts of templates and everything. But once you practice making posts and you make more for your chapter, you get more ideas based off of the templates that you see, and you can start making your own. So I think Canva is definitely a thing where practice makes perfect. And then I like to think of themes on a post by post basis. My dream would be for us to have a theme for our entire page, but sometimes we have just so much stuff to post at once. Maybe we have both a meeting reminder and a scholarship reminder and a volunteer opportunity to post within the same 2-day period or something. It's just easier to think of themes on a post by post basis. So for example, I used like our March volunteer opportunity post had a St. Patrick's Day theme because it's March and everything's green. I often use our school colors, so like brown and gold, or like an ALD color scheme, so like maroon and gold. And then I just think that Canva is like really fun, and you can make your ALD posts and have a good time. And I think it's a good stress reliever. So like I'm being productive and getting information out to our chapter, but also can play around with fonts and color schemes and stuff for a while. So it's a good break from everything else. And then I just have some examples of some of the posts that we've made. So for our November volunteer opportunity, we had the opportunity to donate to our food pantry on campus. So I did like a Thanksgiving pie theme. And then this one in the middle, actually our special events coordinator made because she was coordinating something with voting. And so she did an American theme, which is very fitting for elections. And then we did a fundraiser this year for COVID-19 relief. And just to let our members know how much money they raised, I did like a COVID-19 theme, as you can see. We have like pandemic workers at the bottom, and then I did brown and gold for our school colors.
So next is like how our pages are actually organized, because that is also something that is very important, and making sure that it's like easy for your members to navigate, just to find the information that they need. So our biggest social media is definitely Instagram. You know, everybody typically has Instagram. It's easy to see, easy to get information out, you know, pictures wise. So we really like to use the Instagram story highlights. So as you can see on the picture, we have what like our office hours, ALD Tuesday pictures, stuff about the inductions, GA meetings, so like our General Assembly meetings, things like that. We use that so that if members go to our page, they can immediately find the information that they need, like right, and instead of like shuffling through all of our posts, it's right there for them. And now we're going to talk about engagement, which is super important in social media, especially right now with, you know, the world basically virtual. Getting your members engaged and everybody who's on social media, it's just very important. And so social media is very about what's appealing to your eye. And so like we said before, keeping a theme for your page, or like post by post, you know, the colors, you know, whether it has a theme like that, that's super important. And people like to see that when they are scrolling. They're not just going to skip over your post. We also do like to host raffles through our social media. You know, everybody likes free things. They like to, you know, see if they're going to win something. Some things that we've done, we have our members like post to their stories and tag us in it. So like we'll post saying that we will give away a $25 gift card if you post on your story about what's your favorite thing about our chapter at WMU. And then you have to tag us for that. And then we'll see that, you know, we'll put them all in a raffle and we'll, you know, choose the winner that way. And that really gets members engaged because they really like to win things. I mean, everybody does. Another idea that we always like to do is to have polls on your pages that ask questions about events that they'd rather do, something that, you know, if they like to volunteer at the animal shelter, if they like, you know, working at the nursing homes, things like that around our community, they will relay that information to us, and we will try our hardest to, you know, make connections with those people and try to get events for them. So we'll make a poll on our Instagram story or our Twitter, things like that, and, you know, have options or like a blank space where they can put in their own information and see what they want for events. We also think that creating a hashtag unique to your own chapter of ALD has your members involved a lot with it. So we will talk about our hashtag in just a second.
So Katie did a good job talking about the raffles and polls already, but as she was saying, the whole goal is to just make our members feel more engaged. And so we do raffles, and an example we have right here, for Valentine's Day one year, we had members send in a picture of them or post on their story wearing their ALD gear. And then they tagged us in their story, so then they got put in a raffle to win a gift card. And then the COVID-19 relief post that I showed earlier, that was also a fundraiser raffle, so we gave out prizes for that and posted the winners on our social media and got in contact with them. And then Instagram just has like a lot of awesome features that you can use for engagement. So built in right to your story is polls, so you can have, like, if you and your e-board are deciding like what you want the GA meeting topic to be that night, you know, you can put 2 of them and be like, hey everyone, what do you want us to talk about this month? Or you can even put like a question if you need some ideas. So we've posted before, like, what would you like to see at a future GA meeting, like as a question, and people could like type in their answer. So I think it's very important to utilize all of the awesome like tools that Instagram has built right in. And then, as Katie was saying earlier, hashtag ALD Tuesday is our special hashtag. It's our favorite day of the week because we get the most member engagement. It's a great way for our members to get involved because they just send in a picture of them wearing their ALD gear, and everyone has one because they got it at their induction. And then in a normal year, when students are out and about on campus a lot, they usually put on their shirt in the morning and then send in their ALD Tuesday picture, and then they walk around campus all day with an ALD shirt on. So we get free advertising for our RSO on campus, and then we get them to send in a picture as well. So we offer 1 point every semester for students if they'd like to send in a picture, so that really motivates them to do it as well. But we try to do like sort of themes because we want our students to be sort of creative. So for this year, we encourage them to send in pictures of them practicing like COVID-19 guidelines. So as you can see on the right, we had a student send in a picture of him in a mask and holding a hand sanitizer. And then the picture on the left is actually me from last year before I was on the e-board that I submitted. I was in the research lab I work in, and I think I'm holding like a test tube or something. So, you know, I really went for the creativity there, and that's what we want the members to embody.
Awesome. And then last, we have Meet the Executive Board posts. This is a way for us, again, our members to see who's in charge of this organization. It helps establish familiarity within the organization. You know, who's the president, who's running it, who's running underneath them, who's running social media, things like that, who's keeping track of the money. So what we do for the posts is we, you know, before we even we don't post them all at once, just because again, that can flood our social media, and that can actually, there's a thing in social, like Instagram, where if you post like a lot, sometimes it gets skipped on people's feeds. So we make sure to space them out. But what we do is like our public relations officer will, you know, get the information such as like their name, the position that they're in for the executive board, their major, and if they have a minor, and maybe some hobbies that they like to do. So the examples that we have were actually my picture as vice president, and then our president's post was Erica, and we just have like the captions giving us all of our information so that our members can know who we are in the organization. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can contact us at our, you know, our RSO email, our organization email. You can contact Erica, our president, or me. So if you guys want like my email, it's right there on the screen. You can take a picture of it, you can write it down, do whatever you'd like with that.
Fantastic. Wow. Great stuff. Great ideas. Trish, I'm going to let you bring up some questions.
Yeah, sure. So here's one. How do you get members to follow and engage with their social media, especially Instagram?
Yeah, so we definitely, I would say our biggest thing for engagement is probably ALD Tuesday, our hashtag, just because we offer, I don't know if a lot of schools do points. We have a point system so that people can get their courts for free if they get a certain amount of points for volunteering and, you know, engaging within our chapter. But so for ALD Tuesday pictures, they get to get a point for every time that they send in a picture. And it's like more of a fun thing to do. You know, you can get with your friends, you know, all of you take a picture with your shirts, get creative with it. You know, it's fun to see those on the Instagram, different poses people do, you know, now practicing the safe guidelines, things like that. And then definitely the raffles is probably next for engagement.
I want to add also, we do a plug for our social media at every single general body meeting. So every month we're getting more students to follow us. And then at induction, we also link all of our social media. So we're constantly reminding all of our members to follow us and then telling them like why it's beneficial to them.
Great. Yeah, great. I think incentives like prizes, even if it's just like a $5 Amazon or Starbucks gift card or any little thing, it doesn't have to be a huge prize. And then point systems, we have some information on our website. We did a webinar on creating point systems. So if you don't have a point system for your chapter and you want to learn more about that, I'll point that out at the end of today's summit. But we are out of time, so thank you so much, Western Michigan, Katie and Ashley, for sharing your information. Again, I mentioned Western Michigan is known for this, and they've actually presented a number of times for us. Thank you at various events, so thank you so much for all of that.